Another day, another Mortal Kombat video. So this time it focuses on Ed Boon's idea for the Mortal Kombat franchise called What If. What If is based on a comic series, that show that's coming out on Disney Plus. Imagine Mortal Kombat having a series called What If. And you know what? I think it's safe to say that whatever Ed Boon has in mind, either it can become good or bad. Doesn't mean that it's confirmed. It's just throwing out some ideas of imagining if it has its own version of it. Mortal Kombat creator Ed Boon has revealed that he's very much on board with the idea of a long-running video game franchise receiving its own What If style adaptation. Although What If is a series that centers entirely around the Marvel Universe, Boon seems to believe that the same sort of hypothetical situation could work well with Mortal Kombat being used as a backdrop. Boon made this idea known to the masses earlier this week on social media when a fan suggested the idea to him. Boon caught wind of the hypothetical series and thought it would be a great way to look at the varying timelines within the Mortal Kombat universe. Great idea, Boon simply said, along with sharing an image of both the Mortal Kombat and What If logos. And this is what it looks like right here. Now look, Mortal Kombat has a history of characters dying left and right, just like Dragon Ball Z. Goku died multiple times. A lot of heroes died left and right, being brought back by the Dragon Balls multiple times. In Mortal Kombat, they pretty much do something similar to it when it comes to being resurrected. Those who were killed in a battle and they can somehow get resurrected by the Elder Gods or whatever. It's safe to say that another idea that came into my mind about Sub-Zero's brother, aka Bi-Han. Like, what if he never became Noob Saibot? Sub-Zero's oldest brother, Kuan Yang's ending. So he had to create the timeline to save his brother from joining evil and turning Noob Saibot. Both him and Bi-Han fought together towards the end, his ending. So imagine them doing a plot of Sub-Zero's storyline of what if he never became Noob Saibot. Think about that. As for some of the ideas that What If Mortal Kombat series could use, the fan who kicked off this idea had plenty of thoughts. One idea suggests that alternate future with Kung Lao would be the chosen one rather than Liu Kang. Another could show what if Shang Tsung won the 10th Mortal Kombat tournament. Another one would look at what would happen if Sonya Blade was an actress and Johnny Cage was instead a special forces agent. A lot of these ideas seem to be great ones on paper, but sadly, there's a good chance that we'll never see something like this come to fruition. Still, it's a fun to dream and think about what could be. It would have made sense if Kung Lao would be the chosen one because he's everyone's favorite character because of his teleportations, the hat throw, and his famous hat fatality. And his fighting style compared to Liu Kang's is much faster. I mean, even though they both represent the Shaolin, but I think Kung Lao is the coolest character in my honest opinion. And the part where he says something about what if Shang Tsung would have won the 10th Mortal Kombat tournament, that would make him the grand champion, to be honest with you. And like I said before about, Kuan Yang's brother joining evil forces, well, he's already been evil before. Never turned to Noob Saibot. And would have stayed Sub-Zero to fight alongside his brother to stop the evil forces. That would have easily worked. So, those are just like my ideas of what could have happened though, but wow, so these are some of his ideas. Well, Cassie Cage's idea. It says, what if Shang Tsung won a 10th tournament? Okay, what if Shang Kahn got poisoned instead of Unaga? Wow. You know, it's funny because I never even heard of Unaga before. The only time I heard about it was Mortal Kombat Deception. I beat it one time when I was like in my early teens. So, but this idea would have been huge in the Mortal Kombat department of have, you know, Shang Kahn poisoned by Unaga, and Unaga would have been the grand ruler of Outworld. That would have been a stroke of genius idea. Like, y'all need to hire this fan, yo. I'm telling you. What if Fujin is protector god of Earthrealm instead of Raiden? Wow. You know what? All of this sounds good on paper, but if it ends up not coming to light in real life, then it's not going to look good. Because think about it. Each time you put out some great ideas on paper, sometimes it can either work, sometimes it can either be terrible. It depends on how they make the project. So, but this topic right here is really interesting. A lot of good ideas from the fans' perspective. And Ed Boon seemed to agree with some of the aspects of it. But regardless, it's never going to come to light if it's done in real time. You know, when it comes to in production. So, those are just my thoughts. You know, like I said, everything sounds good on paper, but if it sounds, well, if it ends up being a real thing, and if it's not like how it was when it comes to the MCU style of animation, then it's not going to turn out great. So you might as well just use your own animation technology you have in your own studio. And you can even put this on Netflix. Because imagine if the Mortal Kombat had its own thing, like I said before, you know, what if? I think people are going to want to know all true answers of what could have been back then, because Mortal Kombat's timeline and the plot stories are just so confusing in times, because when it comes to them having different, you know, different incarnations, the storylines of each character's ending can somehow be a bit confusing, because we all know they never really beat Shao Kahn. So Liu Kang is the true superior because he beat Shao Kahn twice. MK2 and MK3. Then he beat Shinnok in MK4. So, then in Mortal Kombat 9, he won both tournaments between Mortal Kombat 2 and 3. But, and if you think about it, he was killed off by Raiden because they both had their conflict when it comes to trust issues. Raiden got everybody killed, including Liu Kang's love interest Kitana in MK9. Then they were both, everybody was turning into zombies, you know, when it comes to Shinnok's possession or Quan Chi's, possessions. But then follow up to MK11, where the timeline was really confusing. Going way back to the 90s, you know, when Liu Kang was still a zombie. Well, then he had to save Liu Kang and turn him into a fire god Liu Kang. So, I guess you could say that. But you know, though, I think this article is something interesting, you know, but only time will tell. So what did you guys think of this article? And if you want it, it will be in the description below. So yeah, y'all take it easy, and I will see you in my next content if I cover some more Mortal Kombat news or something else. So I'm out of here.